of the joining together. The joining together on many fronts and across many ways. For in days past, there has been emphasis on it being days of the teaching and the preaching of the Word. And also in days past, there has been emphasis on the moving and the demonstration of the Spirit. But these are days for the joining together of both the teaching and the preaching of the Word and the move and the demonstration of the Spirit. It is not a day to have either or, but it is a day to have both. It is a day for the joining together of the Word and the Spirit. For I have called you to be people of the Word and to be people of the Spirit. For the Word and the Spirit always agree. There is never a disagreement between the Word and the Spirit. And so in this hour, I am joining the emphasis of both together, that my people would move forth with a solid foundation in the basics and the bedrock of the Word of God, but knowing the move of the Spirit and be free to move and manifest the Spirit of God in accordance with the foundation of the Word. Not apart from the foundation of the Word, but based upon the foundation of the Word, because the Word and the Spirit always agree. It's a day of joining together. It's a day of joining together of the generations. Oh, for there are the forerunners that have gone before. And because of their experience and what they have learned, they have much wisdom to impart to those that are up and coming. And those that are up and coming have zeal and passion and energy that those that have gone before may now lack because they're not as young as they used to be. But in this day and in this hour, I am causing a joining together of the generations. That those that have gone before will freely impart and release from their wisdom and experience that which those that are up and coming will be ready to receive, that they may run with wisdom, not just with exuberance. And those that are up and coming are learning how to honor those that have gone before like they never have before. For those that are up and coming, that are full of zeal and passion and energy, in the past have not honored those that have paved the way for them. And they have looked at those that have gone before as if you have had your time and you have run your race, but your season is done. It is our season now. And as opposed to saying, pass the baton to me, they have just pushed them aside as if they were no longer valid and important and had nothing left to contribute. But that is changing, for I am joining the generations together. And those that are up and coming are now learning to honor those that have gone before. Learning to receive of the impartation of the wisdom and the experience of those that have gone before. Because they realize that those that have paved the way for them have much to impart to them to help them run their race. Zeal is not enough. Energy is not enough. Apart from experience and wisdom. And so I am joining together the generations. Those that have paved the way. Those that have been forerunners. Those that have gone before are being joined to those that are up and coming. Yes. It is a day of joining together on many fronts in many ways. It is a day of joining together of various, not manifestation, but ministry gifts. It is a day of manifestation of the joining together of many ministry gifts. For in the past, we have viewed those that were unlike us, that had a different emphasis than we do, as being not needed or not required. In days past, those that have embraced apostolic and prophetic have looked down their nose on those that were pastoral, as if pastors were no longer needed and no longer required. But sheep always need a shepherd. And in this day, pastors are going to be seen in a different light in the eyes of apostles and prophets. Because many apostles and prophets once stood where pastors stand now. And because they feel like they have been elevated to another place, they've forgotten where they were. And forgotten what it's like in the trenches, walking with the sheep, nurturing the sheep, helping the sheep. They've forgotten where they've been and have looked down their spiritual Pharisaical noses at those of another function. Oh, but there's a joining together where apostles and prophets are now looking at the other ministry gifts and realizing that even though they are the foundation that the church is built upon, maturity will not come to the body unless people get the impartation of all 5 of the manifestation gifts or ministry gifts. Because we have majored over the last couple of decades on the restoration of 2 functions, because they had been ignored, we have made them more important than all of the other 3. But that was never God's intention. It was never in the heart or the blueprint of the Father to have a new level of hierarchy when it comes to the demonstration and the manifestation of the ministry gifts. But rather there would be 5 functions that flow together in mutual honor and mutual accountability. And so this is a day and this is an hour of the joining together of many ministry gifts in a new way. This is a season where those that have rejected apostles and prophets will begin to have their hearts open. those that have not received apostles and prophets will begin to have their hearts open. They will begin to have their eyes open and recognize that all of the gifts that God has given to the church are in the church until the Lord comes. And until the Lord comes, every gift is for today. Whether it be motivational gift, ministry gift, or manifestation gift, they are for us until the Lord returns. And so many that have walked in rejection of what God has been restoring are beginning to change in this hour.
Thank you, God.
There is a joining together. It's a season of joining together. There's a joining together of the Word and the Spirit. There's a joining together of the generations, of the trailblazers, of those that have gone before, and those that are up and coming. There's a joining together of the ministry gifts, where one is not better or one is not more important than the other, but all are required and necessary for the development and the maturity of ecclesia. There's a joining together across many fronts and on many ways in this hour. And this is wrought by the providence and the purpose of God, released by His Spirit within the earth in the hour in which we